And boys, we are back here with another college football video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my 10 must-have players. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILLA checkout for 5% off your order. And also in today's video, with these must-have players, some of them are going to be a little bit expensive, so I will give some alternative options for those expensive cards. And we are going to have 6 options on defense, 4 on offense, and we're going to get it started on the defense side of the ball. Now at number 10, this isn't necessarily to say this is a worse card than cards above him, but we're going to go to the free safety position right here where I'm going to have Ed Reed. Now Ed Reed, we're not going to have an alternative card to. He's around 200K. I think he's worth every single penny. And look, I have a list going of cards that are making my cut Hall of Fame. We're going to be going over those at the end of the year. One of my favorite videos to make on Madden as well. But Ed Reed is elite, man. I love this card right here. 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 86 agility, 90 change of direction. But I really think the 2 ratings that really stand out to me that make him play so good, right? It's the 89 play rec, but also the 90 zone coverage. Once you hit 90 zone coverage, I feel like your zones really start to zone. And you're going to notice the theme today, a lot of pieces on defense that were targeting 90 zone coverage. So love this Ed Reed card. He also does have decent in the box stats. Again, I wouldn't play him there. I think he's just an elite over the top safety, and him with the ball hawk ability, he just plays things that I feel like no one else in the game does, has play ball and air balanced. And yeah, I love this Ed Reed card. Now we're going to go to number 9 right here. We're going to keep working in the secondary where I'm going to have another card where I'm not going to have an alternative to. It's going to be Jabbar Muhammad from Oregon. And this card is a 5'10" corner, which I do usually love the height for sure, but this card is 91 speed, 90 acceleration, 89 agility, 90 change of direction, has 89 play rec, and like I said with Ed Reed, right, 91 zone coverage. Love the cards in the game that are hitting 90 zone, and I feel like this card played absolutely elite for me. And yeah, we'll have gameplay linked to him at the end of this one. And he also has 85 man, 85 press, so it's not like he can't play man coverage either. I just think he is an elite level zone coverage player. Even though he's not the tallest in the world, I still love this card. If I'm including 2 short players on this list with how much I say height matters on defense, that's how you know these guys are ballers. And this is another card, like I said, with Ed Reed. He's not going to have an alternative because around like 250K, I feel like is a good price. Now at number 8 right here, this is objectively the best corner in the game. It's Benjamin Morrison. Now his price is a little bit crazy. It's 1.5 mil. Obviously expensive. Now, is he worth it? I mean, I think he's the best corner in the game. How much would you be willing to pay for the best corner, right? Benjamin Morrison, 6 foot, 93 speed, 93 excel. Really, it's the physical stats all the way across the board. He can just move better than every other piece on defense. But on top of that, again, don't want to sound like a broken record, but hits 90 zone. That is the thing I'm looking for on defense. So Benjamin Morrison with the 90 zone coverage going to be here. And also from a trait standpoint, I do like getting that play ball and air aggressive, gives him that little bit extra break on ball as well. And this is a card that we're kind of seeing with season 3 cards, or the cards that are dropping in season 3. We're kind of seeing an ability shift towards a man coverage meta again. Like if you look at abilities, you have bronze ball hawk, which it is good, like it lights up, but we're starting to get silver jammer and also silver blanket coverage. So it's kind of like the abilities want to be man coverage, but I feel like zone is actually really, really good right now, especially if you can learn how to switch stick. And yeah, Benjamin Morrison, I think he is the best corner in the game. Now, an alternative to Benjamin Morrison, what are we looking for an alternative, right? Well, it's going to be someone that hits 90 zone, and that person is going to be D'Angelo Hall for me. And D'Angelo Hall, I will say you need a strategy item on this card, but this is my current CB1. Like eventually, sure, if I get Benjamin Morrison, he'll replace him, but D'Angelo Hall's holding it down. And D'Angelo Hall is 5'10", another shorter player on the list, but 89 speed, 89 acceleration, and with a strategy item, you can get him up to 90 zone. So that's my alternative to Benjamin Morrison. If you don't want to spend 1.5 mil, I'd still rock D'Angelo Hall. I still love this card. And now at number 7 right here, we're going to go to an outside linebacker spot where I'm going to have my guy, Wesley Basanti. Hopefully I said that right. Listen, I tried, man. But this card, I think, is the best pass coverage linebacker in the game. And this card is 6'1", 205, 88 speed, 86 acceleration, 87 agility, 89 change direction. So just great movement stats for a linebacker. Like if you use this card, he can move. If you see him play in a zone, he can move, which is that's about the biggest compliment I can give someone a card in this game. You can move. That's a compliment. And he has 85 play rec, but once again, 89 zone coverage. So like we said with the previous cards, right, with D'Angelo Hall, you get a strategy item, which I really don't know what else I would run over this, but DB strategy item +1 zone, you get him up to 90 zone. There's not too many linebackers in the game that can do that. Now, I do have an alternative to Wesley. This was a card I debated on having on the list, by the way. It is actually going to go ahead and be Chris Paul Jr. Now, again, you might think I'm crazy, but I think this is the best user in the game. This card is just so elite. 87 speed, 88 acceleration, 88 agility, 90 change of direction. I think that's the big rating right here. Like, after using this card right here, I don't hate to take if you say change of direction matters more than speed for a user. Like, again, kind of like what I was saying with Wesley, this is a card that can move, man. And sure, good pass rush, good zone coverage, like you get the zone up to 85, but I think this is an all-out user, and I wanted to include him on the list. It's like Wesley is also a fair price as well, but Chris Paul Jr. had to be mentioned. I was blown away by this card. And now we're going to go to number 6 right here, where I am going to have Walter Nolan, another Heisman hopeful. I know a lot of people weren't really big fans of this promo, but this dude right here is a beast. Walter Nolan, 84 speed, 85 excel, really good physical stats across the board, 6'4", 290, 89 finesse moves, 90 power moves, 91 block shed, 89 impact blocking. For traits, all 3 pass rush traits. Like, he is a beast. I think he is by far and away the best defensive tackle. I don't think really many people are coming close to him. Now, this is a card that is worth 350K. Is that worth it for the best defensive tackle in the game? I see a world where you say no. So we will have an alternative to Walter Nolan, and my alternative to him is going to go ahead and be Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter's still a beast. He's around 50K, man. Like, this card for 50K is crazy. 83 speed, 87 excel. So you're getting like the same physical stats, just losing finesse moves. Like, that's the big thing. Like, 86 power moves, 85 block shed. This card still plays really good in my opinion, but obviously Walter Nolan is my DT1. I think this card is elite. Now at number 5 right here, we're going to have a card that is expensive, but I don't have an alternative for, and that's going to be James Pierce Jr. James Pierce Jr. was the previous season Gauntlet reward, and I can see a world where this card shoots back up in price because of one thing, and we'll talk about it in a second. So this card is still making the list for me. He's 6'5", 242, 90 speed, 91 acceleration. So again, insane speed and excel. Good finesse moves, not the best power. Like, the pass rush at this point isn't crazy. 90 block shed, 91 impact blocking though as well. So great run defender and all 3 pass rush traits on yes. Now, the reason why this card is even making it for me is he is still the only player in the game to get that silver quick jump ability. What you'll notice is in season 3, we do get some silver abilities that are starting to get nice, but we're not getting consistent silver quick jump. So he is still the only silver quick jump player in the game, which quick jump does have counters. You can run play action, but if you run play action, then you can just send more people, right? And yeah, I just think getting silver quick jump is so valuable that I can see a world where you justify the 1 million coin price, which might seem ridiculous, but really depends on your scheme, man. Like, some schemes need a quick jump for their blitz to really scream. So James Pierce still making the list, and this is a card I don't have an alternative to because there is no other card in the game that gets that silver quick jump. All right, and now we're in the top 4, so we are now going to the offensive side of the ball, where we're going to start off at tight end. Now, are we going to talk about Luke? Are we going to talk about Jack Belling? No, I'm not. Yes, I know it's very easy to talk about the season 3 cards, right? That are like really fast, but man, like, I think they're good. I think they're great, but really the card I want to talk about, and I just feel like crazy for this, Cooper Flanagan from season 2, up to a 91 overall. Now let's talk about it. So I am updating my tight end tier list tomorrow. This kind of gives you my sneak peek of what I think about Cooper Flanagan. This card completely changed my view on what I need to look for route running. He's 6'6", 249, 88 speed, 92 acceleration. So the physical stats aren't necessarily bad at this point. It's just we have a 91 and a 90 speed tight end with better like acceleration and agility, right? Let's talk about the route running. 90 short, this right here, 95 medium route running. If you have not used Cooper Flanagan, use Cooper Flanagan, use a formation where his hands in the dirt at a tight end spot, put him on that sharp corner route that is a medium route, and see if anyone can guard him in man-to-man, because it didn't matter shade down 2-man. It didn't matter who they had on him. He cuts. Like, he cuts fast. And usually, like when we talk about thresholds and stuff, a lot of it carries over year to year, like from Madden or to this game, and made by the same game, EA is going to do the same thresholds. So my initial thought was 90 for route running is the threshold. My thoughts have changed. I think we want 95s for every single route running. Like, use this card, put him on the route, put him on a post, put him on a corner, and just tell me he doesn't cut faster than every other tight end you use. Like, again, I could be crazy. I might be a madman, but man, I'm putting him on my must-have players. I thought this card was elite. This is my starting tight end, and I already won the gauntlet. We're going to go ahead and have a video on Luke here soon. Maybe in that video, I will change my mind, but this Cooper Flanagan, I wanted to have on the list. Now, all right, now we're going to go to receiver right here, where receiver, running back, and quarterback, I feel like are kind of obvious choices. And receiver, I feel like it's kind of like a cop-out type answer, but Deshaun Jackson, I mean, he's the best receiver in the game right now. It's just, I don't think he's worth his price, but objectively, he is the best. He is 5'10", and it's really the speed and excel. Like, he's the fastest receiver in the game when you have an ability like takeoff and combo takeoff with speed. Good luck pressing him, right? Good jet touch passes in the game. Like, physical stats really matter for receiver. And on top of that, he hits good route running. 90 short, 90 deep. Doesn't hit 90 medium, but it's still good. Like, it's not bad route running. And this is a card that, again, good after the catch as well. I feel like Deshaun Jackson kind of makes sense why he's here. Now, again, for 1.6 mil, would I pay that? Hell to the no. My alternative to Deshaun Jackson is going to be a really cheap receiver in the game. I'm going to give you guys Keon Magwood. So Keon Magwood, 90 speed, 88 excel, 90 for short, 90 for medium, does not hit 90 deep, but again, shorter receiver in the game, kind of doing a 1-to-1. And also, he's just not like crazy after the catch. But I mean, for 160K, I don't think this card is 1.5 or 1.4 mil worse than Deshaun Jackson. So sign me all the way up. Now we're going to go to running back right here, where we are going to have DeAnthony Thomas. DeAnthony Thomas, kind of like what I was saying about Deshaun Jackson. He is the fastest running back in the game when speed really matters. Pursuit angles still aren't the best on defense. They are really improved, but there's times where DeAnthony Thomas can outrun your entire team if he gets to the edge. And 5'9", 176, again, it's 91 speed, 90 excel. Also helps the agility and change direction are also elite, just not really a trucking stiff arming type of back. And again, decent receiving stats. He's around like 700 to 800K. My alternative to DeAnthony Thomas is going to go ahead and be CJ Spiller. Love CJ Spiller, man. CJ Spiller is 5'11", 200 pounds, 90 speed, 90 excel. It's literally just one speed pretty much that makes DeAnthony Thomas better. He does have a little bit better agility, a little bit change of direction. Card does have a 90 juke, 89 spin, and also can catch and run routes at the backfield too. I feel like CJ Spiller is more the comp to DeAnthony Thomas than Marshawn Lynch. Like, Marshawn Lynch, you want to run through people, right? So yeah, that's why I went CJ Spiller. Now we are going to go to quarterback right here, where at our number 1 spot, I am going to have Braxton Miller. And Braxton Miller, it's the speed, it's the excel, kind of like what I was saying about the receivers and the running back. This isn't everyone's play style, by the way. If you are not running with your quarterback, or you don't look to make plays with the legs with the quarterback, I think you're playing the game a little bit on hard mode. Because with Braxton Miller, because I had this in the gameplay video with him, I feel like he just is basically like Lamar Jackson when he first dropped. You can't really hike a bad play with him. And he's 89 speed, 92 excel, great accuracies across the board. And this throw accuracy rating, I don't think it matters. I think it was only put in the game to determine if they got dot. But now the deep accuracy rating does that. So this rating to me really does nothing. And the one thing I don't like is throw tight spiral on no, and I feel like that might be the thing you don't like. But yeah, this card also, you might not like his price, 1.5 mil. I get it. So my alternative to Braxton Miller, ending off the video right here, is KJ Jefferson. Love this KJ Jefferson card too. 84 speed, 81 acceleration, 90 throw power, good accuracies. Again, can move a little bit. 6'3", 247. It's not like Braxton Miller's speed, but he can move. He can make plays. He can throw the ball. And this is a card that does have throw tight spiral on. Yes, and I just think KJ Jefferson, he actually went up in price. He's around like 250K right now. I feel like he's still good value in the game. I think he's a top end quarterback. So yeah, boys. This has been my 10 must-have players in College Football Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know if I left anyone off the list that you are surprised and you were like, why weren't they on the list? But yeah, boys, hope y'all did enjoy the video today, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more College Football Ultimate Team content just like this. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use these cards live on stream, I've been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on the YouTube. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.